In this week's episode of Window Seat, we're going to take you deck by deck through the Norwegian Cruise Line Viva ship. Come check it out. It's one of the newest ships in the Norwegian Cruise Line fleet, the Viva. Christened in November 2023, this ship sails the Caribbean, does transatlantic trips, and the Mediterranean. So there's itinerary options if you want to hop on board. It's 965 feet long and 133 feet wide. It can carry more than 3,900 passengers in more than 1,600 cabins, plus the 1,500 plus crew members. But now for why you're here, the tour. And for that, let's start at the top, on deck 19. Here, it's a small area with a sun deck and tidal wave water slide access. All right, we got through that pretty quick, so next we have deck 18. This is the place where if you have kids, they're going to want to spend a lot of time here. Just know much of this costs a little extra. First, there's the stadium, where you can play pickleball, ping pong, beer pong, foosball, shuffleboard. This can occupy kids for a bit, but if not, on the other side of the deck is Bullseye. These are pods where you can play darts as a group or just hang out with the family and friends and have a drink. Next to that, there's a 9-hole miniature golf course. You can compete together or by yourself. Either way, it's a lot of fun, and you can see how you've done against the rest of your shipmates. Then there's the drop and the rush, on opposite sides of the boat of each other. Both of these are dry slides that drop you 10 stories. The rush has dueling tubes so you can race. Side note, we did see some people get slowed down in the middle, but not fully stuck on the drop. Also on this deck is the Kids Aqua Park. Basically, it's a splash pad for the real young kids. Just to be sure to sunscreen them up. Also, there's the teen club called Entourage. No one over 18 allowed, but your teens will love it. But the biggest and most popular reason to be up here, the Viva Speedway. Now this adrenaline pumping rush is really fun. This racetrack takes you through 3 levels of the ship, up and down and round and round. This is probably the most fun activity on board the ship. It's not often you get a chance to do this in the middle of the ocean, much less on a cruise ship. There will likely be lines, so check the schedule and get there early. It is $15 a ride, but the thrill is definitely worth it and it's a good time. Now let's head down to deck 17. Here you have the Surfside Cafe and Grill for complimentary eats, along with American restaurant Food Republic and Mediterranean Palomar for specialty dining. We tried Palomar, it was decent, and Surfside gets slammed during peak meal times. You also have Waves Pool Bar, the main pool, infinity pools, and hot tub. Side note, the pools on the ship are really not that big and get occupied quickly. The area on 17 will be amongst the most crowded pool and bar areas on the ship. Then there's the Video Arcade and Galaxy Pavilion, plus the Vibes Beach Club for adults only, and the exclusive Haven Sun Deck. Down on deck 16, you have a bunch of staterooms. These are pretty standard for cruise ships, with the larger rooms being about 388 square feet and smaller ones ranging from 160 to 230 square feet. Also on this level is the lounge and restaurant for Haven members, so we didn't have access. Plus, there's the fitness room overlooking the front of the boat. It's pretty big and not too crowded if you're looking to get a workout in. Plus, they have workout classes available. Then there's also the Mandara Spa and Salon, where you can come and relax, get a massage, soak in a hot tub, or get your hair done. There's even a barber shop in there for men who want to get a quick trim. On deck 15, we have a number of staterooms, including the exclusive Haven area, plus the Splash Academy for young kids if you want to go there. It was full and locked when we did try to go. On decks 12, 13, and 14, we're loaded up with staterooms here, both Haven and regular. Now, if you want those Haven suites, they will be larger than the regular staterooms, with some villas over 600 square feet. On 12 and 13, there are solo studios as well. These are good for the solo traveler, but just shy of 100 square feet, so they're pretty small. However, they do have their own lounge to relax in on deck 12. Also located on 12 is the medical center in case you get sick or injured on board. Decks 9, 10, and 11, all staterooms all the time. Some people do decorate around the doors to get creative, but otherwise, not a whole lot to see here. But on deck 8, we have a lot to see. The local bar and grill is a popular spot to grab a drink or just have some comfort food if that's what you're in the mood for. We're talking burgers, nachos, hot dogs, that kind of a thing. Right next to that is the Indulge Food Hall. If you've ever been to a food collective, this is basically it. Get anything from Latin American food to Indian to salad to just desserts. Both local and Indulge are complimentary. There's also Los Lobos Mexican restaurant and Onda by Scarpetta Italian restaurant for specialty dining. There's also Whiskey Bar, Solil Bar, and Luna Bar if you're thirsty just wandering around. Outside, there's some more infinity pools to relax in, or walk down Ocean Boulevard to the front of the boat and read at La Terraza. But inside, this is the level where you will get your first view of the Penrose Atrium. It's a 3-level atrium beginning on deck 7, stretching up to deck 8. It's surrounded by a number of shops and the photo gallery where you can go get pictures made to remember your experience. Head down to deck 7 and you have the Penrose Atrium again, more shops, Starbucks for those who need their coffee fill, complimentary dining at Hudson's. For specialty dining, there's a number of options here though. You have Nama Sushi, Hasuki Hibachi, which is entertaining, and Le Bistro French restaurant. The hibachi and the French were probably our favorites on board. There's also the Humidor Cigar Lounge and Metropolitan Bar right next to each other, so you can enjoy a drink while having a stogie. Also on this level is the Improv, where comedians come to perform almost every night, and they do karaoke nightly for different age groups. And across the hall is Sid Norman's Poorhouse. This is like a little dive bar in the middle of the boat, with live music every night, all different styles, mixing it all up. It's a nice little hangout. There's also art for sale as you roam down this hallway. Nearing the bottom of the fun, on deck 6, we have the atrium again with a bunch more shops and the Penrose Bar. You can grab a drink here as they do some events in the atrium in the evenings. We also have the Belvedere Bar, the Commodore Room for complimentary dining, and specialty dining at Cagney's Steakhouse, which is the most popular restaurant on board. And if gambling is your thing, there's a pretty big casino in the middle of this level. There's a number of table games and slots for you to win or lose the money you brought with you. Also, this is the main entrance for the Viva Theater. There are a number of different shows every night, including a live version of Press Your Luck. Or you can watch the shows like Icon or Beetlejuice. These shows are complimentary and can make for a fun evening. We wrap it all up on deck 5. Once again, all staterooms, we've been through those, you know what's here. Overall, we really enjoyed our experience. It was a wonderful time. However, we do think bigger pools could have been more helpful and maybe some more kid-friendly stuff on board that wasn't just for the teens, because the teens are going to have a great time. So that's it for this episode of Window Seat. Let us know in the comment section below what you liked, what you didn't like, what we missed. You can do us a favor and hit that subscribe button so you can follow along as we continue this journey all around the globe. We're nearly 80 countries trying to hit all of them. We'll be right back here next Friday, 6 a.m. Mountain Time with another video. In the meantime, please enjoy one of these other episodes from Window Seat.